pass on a few simple ideas in Wing Chun, okay? So the first one, obviously, you know, is the idea of the center line. You know the center line, right? So center line is, you always want to be controlling the space between me and you. You always want to be controlling this area, okay? For example, if I punch like this, obviously in boxing you could duck and hit and things like that, whereas Wing Chun, we want to try and, rather than trying to evade, you want to try and control the center line and strike back at the same time. If you can't strike back with the same arm, you strike back with the other arm, right? But the idea is, we want to, of course there is footwork, there is movement, but not the same amount as boxing where you're evading, and in boxing, I guess you're trying to find the gaps, right? You're trying to find the gaps in between the person's, you know, where you can hit. You don't want to contact the arm, you want to go around the arm. Whereas in Wing Chun, the idea is you will always want to, that's why we do the chi sa, you always want to control, so ensure that they can't hit you while you hit them. That is the idea of chi sa. Chi sa is not sparring, but it's for getting that sensitivity to be able to defend and attack at the same time. Okay? Now, to be able to do that, first thing you need to do is, we talk about circular forces. So if you think about being able to produce force, a circular object like a ball can redirect force at the same time as giving force out. So for example, like if we look at bongs out, if you bongs out up, yeah. So now do that slowly. Yeah. So as you're doing this, can you feel that it's not really having any effect on me? Do it again. So it's not really affecting me in any way. So it's more like if you hold strong, it's more like a block. So let's say if a punch is coming in, I can do this, I can block it, but it's not really affecting you. So the way we look at Wing Chun is, or how Wing Chun should be, is the smallest bit of movement. The first step is to interconnect my body. Interconnect my body. What does that mean? That means if I was to push into you, for example from here, don't let this angle break. So keep this like shield, keep this space. Good. Relax the shoulders. Good. Good. Nice and upright. You have it. Your core is active. Very likely your core, like from the pelvic floor, is active. Okay. So if I push into you, yes, yeah, we have this interconnection. Now, as you have this interconnection, you want to be able to say, if I bounce out, you don't let me move. You hold very strong. Okay, hold very strong. If I do something like this, I can bong, but it hasn't affected you in any way. So the difference is, if I can interconnect the body, now the slightest bit of movement, hold strong. Don't let me move. Hold strong. The slightest bit of movement affects you immediately, right? So don't let me move. You hold really. Don't be polite. Don't be nice. Don't be polite. Yeah, so this bong sao should be like this. Okay, so in chi sao, when I'm doing bong sao and you're doing let's say the fok sao, you're trying to do the same thing to me, where both of us have this circular structure. So I'm trying to, and it isn't just lifting, it's going forward to you, and your force should be coming forward to me, and then as a result, a roll happens. For example, if you bong sao and I fok sao, so as you bong sao, like this, good. Now if I focus out properly, same thing. So I've got this interconnection, and I'll focus to you as I focus out. Okay? So it becomes like this. So at this point, I can start to manipulate your body because again, my force is going inside. This is a very misconception of Wing Chun. People think that it's all about going around the contact point, like doing this, doing that, but that is not realistic. You're a boxer, you know, right? If someone's really throwing proper punches, how can you be fast enough to catch it and do something like that? That won't work. But so that's why the principle of Wing Chun is no matter what the person is doing, you want, and this is what chi sa comes in, you want to intercept, but as I intercept, let's say like this, as I push in, so first step is stand however is comfortable. You can stand like this, or you can stand like that, however you want. Yeah. And as I push in, have it so good. First step is at least you're stable. Then the second step is as I push in, how can we use this circular structure, but make sure the force bounces back to me, not lifting up or down or to the side. Everything. That's why we stand like this in Sealing Tao. We stand like this. People misunderstand. They think this is a fighting stance. This is not a fighting stance. You can imagine. You're a fighter, you know, right? If I do this, it's not stable. It's not mobile. So this is just a cultivation tool. It's a training tool to be able to understand how to focus once you interconnect the body, how to focus your body's force all into the center line. Like a magnifying glass. Magnifying glass catches the rays of the sun, focuses all into one point. So this is what we're trying to do. For example, if you hold strong, Yeah. If I want to, let's say, hit you there, instead of me pushing in like this, if I can learn how to use, hold stronger, if I can learn how to organize my body, triangulate my force, then it becomes easy to put force into you, right? So this is why we stand like this as we do all of the movements. Then later, for fighting, there's no need to be like this. You have that feeling, you have that idea that everything is focusing forward. Then you can move like that. It's like a training wheels on a bicycle. It's understanding how to focus your body forward. It's not a stance for fighting. Does that make sense?
Yes.
This is a very big misconception. People either stand like this or stand like this, and a boxer is very relaxed and nice and mobile. That's why Wing Chun's getting beat so easily, because they misunderstand that the forms isn't actual stances for fighting. They are cultivation tools for power, how to develop power, right? So for example, as I punch now, as you intercept, so you can use this idea of bong sao, but to hit back. So as I go like this, yeah, so if I hold like this, so move up, yeah, but try to have it so from the beginning, from your elbow and your heel, from here, any movement is going to put force right into me. Good, good, good. Again, and keep this one up just in case as well. So yeah, good again. Good, good, good. And then nice and relaxed, no leaning. You know, don't lean for stability. So then if I punch, good, good, good. Elbow forward to me, like you're like a cross, similar to a cross. Good, good, good. Good, and at that point, as you can relax here more, so you can use the whole, if you feel here, hold strong. Rather than this, have it so you can hold stronger. Yeah, I can use my shoulder power to put force inside. So if it's like that, oh sorry. It will be like this, hold stronger. It will be like that. And then if I move my body or pivot my body, you can hit through the incoming rather than this. Or something out or up. It's got to be, everything's got to be forward. Yeah, so try again. So from here, yeah. No, it's good, it's good. You're very coordinated. Good, good, good. Good, balance, balance. Yeah, then we'll do it like this as well sometimes to make sure that we're not committing with the balance. You know, so it's got to be very loose, very relaxed. Because later on, as we delve deeper and deeper into this, that's what, it's an interesting thing. If we're not leaning and we're not standing like this, where does the stability come from? That's an interesting thing to consider. So the stability comes from if you can connect the whole body together and use your mass, your weight, right? For example, if I hold like this and you stand like this, okay. Now if you want to pull me back, same thing. So either we have to lean back or we feel like, so if I do it to you, yeah, let's say like this. Either I have to lean, maybe you stand like this. Yeah, hold strong, okay. Now maybe I have to lean back, or if I pull, you're more stable than me, I'll bring myself forward. But if somehow I can interconnect inside, so hold strong again, even if I go on one leg, yeah, without leaning back, so where does that come from? The feeling is that it's my weight. If I'm 70 kilos, right? But this is the real focus behind Sifu Nima. That if I'm 70 kilos, if I can organize even 20 kilos of weight and bring it backwards, forward, sideways, then that equals a lot of force. If I throw a 20 kilo weight at you, you can't just stand and catch it. You have to go like this, right? So the idea is connect the mass, and very small movement from the mass, you can get a lot of power like that.